So we are on our fourth topic in our spring cleaning for your body, mind, and soul for healthy living overall free mini course. Hey there, so we are on our fourth topic in our spring cleaning free mini course. So number one was cleaning out your diet. Number two was cleaning up your exercise routine. Number three was cleaning up how you manage your stress. And number four today is dun, 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 cleaning up your environment. So this is your home, whether you live in a mansion, a shack, a trailer, a closet, a house, an apartment, wherever you call home. This is your environment and it affects your health. This is also kind of a fun topic because this is what we think of first when we think of spring cleaning. We think of, cleaning out the closet, dusting behind the refrigerator, things like that, right? So we are on it today. So why does cleaning up your space affect your health? It affects your health because it affects your stress levels. You don't need any extra stress. Life is going to give you stress. Your home needs to be a place that you feel safe and nurtured in, where you can walk in and relax and rejuvenate yourself. Like fill up your gas tank so you can go out and nail it another day, right? If you walk into your house and you feel like, oh my God, this is horrible, I can't stand it, then you're never going to recharge your battery. It's just terrible. So ask yourself, what do you feel like when you walk in your house? What do you feel like when you walk into your home and it's so neat and everything is in its place, and maybe you have kids and they picked up after themselves? It could happen. It could, right? And you walk in and it's just like, that's good feeling. However, flip side, if you walk in and there's toys everywhere, unfolded laundry, cushions off the couch, who knows what on the floor, like you don't even know what this debris is on the floor, then what's that going to make you feel like? Well, I can tell you how it makes me feel, because that is often my life with 4-year-old and 5-year-old little boys. It feels like somebody's sitting on my chest all of a sudden. It is overwhelming and it doesn't feel good. So I know it feels like somebody's sitting on my chest because sometimes they do sit on my chest. So yeah, it's that kind of feeling and it's not good. So that said, your environment is important. And to go along with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you 5 tips for cleaning up your space. Now, I kind of already gave you my disclaimer. I am fantastic when it comes to health tips and healthy habits and making them stick. But when it comes to space, I am currently challenged in that area. So that is my disclaimer. However, I know what works for me, and I'm going to share that with you. And I believe if it works for me, it can work for you as well. So we'll go ahead and dive into the first tip, which is to share your abundance. Now, this has always worked for me. I have this mental thing where I don't want to get rid of clutter if it's something useful, but I just don't like it. Like it's a perfectly useful microwave, but I already have one. Somebody gave me a microwave and I already have one. But it's a perfectly useful microwave, so I'm not going to throw it away, right? Well, if you're like that and you want to hold on to things because they're perfectly good, then find someone who can use it. Find someone to give it to. It could be a friend. Sometimes it's easy to find people who want your abundance in a Facebook group. You can sell things on eBay. You can put things on Craigslist. I think you can still do that. Can you still do that? I haven't done that in a while. You can Google up donation centers in your area and find a place for that microwave. Things like that. So instead of just tossing it out into the garbage where it's going to fill up, you know, just another thing in a landfill somewhere, find somebody who will utilize it. You will feel better if you do, and that person will be thrilled. So that works with anything that you have that you don't want in your house anymore, but you're not sure what to do with and you don't want to just throw it in the garbage. And here's another thing. I gave away a ton of like blankets and old pillows. You know how that stuff just adds up? And you're like, well, they're perfectly good. I don't want to just throw away a bunch of towels and blankets and pillows. So I gave them to a friend of mine who works for an animal rescue organization. So, I mean, call up the ASPCA and see if they want that stuff. And, you know, you'll feel good about purging that stuff and giving it to cute little fuzzies who want something soft to sleep on. They'll really appreciate it. So that's the first tip. Share your abundance. Google up, if you can't think of anything, Google up donation centers in your area. Tip number 2 is the timer tip. So you may have heard this before. It's similar or the same as the Pomodoro method. So what you do is, especially if you're not sure where to start and you totally don't feel like it, you set a timer for 10 minutes. So you pick an area of your house, set the timer for 10 minutes, and just focus that 10 minutes on that area of your house. Now, Marie Kondo, if you know who that is, says to focus on a specific category versus a room. So you would focus, I like her, so we're going to go with that. So you would focus on maybe your books first, or your papers first, or your clothes first, or knickknacks first, and just 10 minutes, right? So you set the timer. Then you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about what you're doing. All you do is go through it for 10 minutes. If you barely get anything done by the time the timer goes off, then fine. If you totally kicked butt and you feel like you want to keep going, then great. Either way, you did something. You are getting it done. So that's the timer method. 10 minutes works for me. If you really are stuck, then start with 5 minutes. You can do anything for 5 minutes. Come on. Or if maybe you want to go a little wider, then go for 20 minutes. Now, if you're not sure where to start, I have another little, I'm just going to throw this in there. It's not one of the tips, but it's like an add-on. So like 2A or so to the point already. I think it's a great idea to brainstorm out all the areas of your house that are driving you nuts, or all the categories, the books, the this, the that, if you want to do it Marie Kondo style. And then you can cut them up, put them in a jar, and then pick one out. So whatever you pick out, that's the area that you focus on for 10 minutes. So if you don't know where to start, that's a great way to do it. It's kind of exciting because you don't know what's going to come out next, so you can go with that. Tip number 3, the dent. What the heck? Okay, the dent. Say you just did your 10 minutes and maybe you kept going and you went for a whole hour, maybe even 2 hours, and you're all done and you're sweaty and your house is still a wreck and you're like, why do I even bother? Nothing happened. Everything still looks the same. I have felt that so many times. It's like I can bang my head against the wall, but there's no dent in the wall, you know? So But I am telling you, I'm here to tell you that even if you just took action for 5 minutes, yes, you did make a dent. I am telling you right now, something changed, something happened. You are moving in the right direction. So in order to move past that frustration of feeling like nothing's happening, so why bother? What I strongly suggest you do is focus on taking action versus the results. So when you focus on results, and this is what I tell my personal training clients, you know, like if you're looking to lose weight, don't focus on that. Focus on the action you are taking. So the same thing goes with anything. Same thing goes for cleaning your house. Don't focus on the results you want because it's probably going to take longer than what your time frame in your head looks like. And that's frustrating if you think about it that way. So don't focus on the results. Focus on the action that you are taking. How awesome you are that you took 10 minutes out of your busy day and you cleaned, and you know that if you keep doing that, that it's just going to get better and better. If you focus on taking action, that's empowering and that will motivate you to keep going. If you focus on the results, that's disempowering and will make you feel like a failure and quitting. So you did make a dent, I promise. Tip number 4, emotional attachments. So say your best friend gave you a pair of green jeans that are really hot right now, totally cool, all ripped up on purpose, in the right places, hanging low, whatever, and they're like hip and stylish, and you totally hate them, and you're never gonna wear them, but you keep them in your closet because you feel like you have to because your friend gave these to you. Okay. So that is not a good reason to hold on to something. If you love the jeans, then hold on to them. But if you don't, then you need to pass them on. If that person is really your friend, she doesn't want you to keep stuff that you don't want. She wants those jeans to go to somebody who's going to appreciate them. I totally believe in regifting. And if somebody regifts something that I've given them, like, what? I mean, if they didn't want it, then I don't want them to want it. At least I gave them something that they can use to give to somebody else, and maybe that person will appreciate it and want it. Totally fine. Totally. So don't get hung up on obligation stuff. If you don't want it, clear the space. This is about you. Not about them. This is your life, your space, not theirs. So you are in charge of your things. It is up to you. You're the boss. So find that donation center. Pass it along. Re-gift. Totally fine. Do what you got to do. But make your space yours. Make it about you. Marie Kondo says, you're going to be happier if you surround yourself with things that bring you joy. Obviously, right? If you surround yourself with things that make you feel obligated, you're not going to feel great. Your home needs to be the place where you can recharge. So don't hold on to stuff because of emotional attachments. Now, the final tip is build your toolbox. Get more tools for your toolbox. So I am not the end-all be-all on this topic. You go look up Marie Kondo. Read her book. I can never remember the name of that book, but you probably know what it is. I'll link to it below. And if feng shui inspires you, then get a book on feng shui. Hire a practitioner, whatever. But go and look for more support, more knowledge, more ideas. Find what clicks for you. There's so much out there on decluttering. There's tons of YouTube videos. There's tons of books. whatever works for you. It's always in magazines. The magazines, they have some good ideas too. And the fun thing about all of this is that when you read a new idea, it motivates you. All you have to do is use that fuel, use that motivation, and move on it. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that when you walk into a house and it's a disaster, it immediately drains your energy. There's no way you're going to get your fuel gauge back up from that. And it's overwhelming, and that doesn't make you want to do anything. But 100% you can do it. Use that timer principle. Set it for 2 minutes if you have to, but take action. You will empower yourself and you will feel so much better when you do that. Now, if you didn't set your hand on fire taking notes throughout this, you can grab this and all 6 topics from the spring cleaning series, and we can dive a little bit deeper at this link. So it's the extension of this mini course, and I believe it's $127 value that we just broke down, and we're giving it away for $7. So if you want that, it's right here. It has everything that we just went over plus more. It's all written out for you, so you can go in there, you can print it out if you want, jot down notes, whatever works for you. But however you do it, take these tips and move on them. It's all about taking action. So I hope you empower yourself with this and that you have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next video. Bye for now. Hey there, congratulations on making it through the 4th out of 6 videos for our spring cleaning series. If you want to have it all written out for you, just grab the extension for $7 at mirandamatthewson.com/extra spring. I will see you for the next video.